I gave consent.
Okay.
Boom.
Oh, hey, did you know this meeting is being recorded?
I did. And we are live, you guys.
Cleaned off your phone.
Thanks. My phone needed cleaning off. All right, let me get the script up and we'll start. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Whoop. Yep.
Here we go. On this episode of the CultureSmash cast.
Do 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 do.
What the hell was that?
Okay, I don't know who all's actually going to be able to realize what that theme was.
I know, because I can hear the reverb in my ears and it threw me off.
That was...
I'm going to come up with something else because that sucked.
I'm not editing. I'm not editing it out. It is
on this episode of the CultureSmash class.
Nope. No.
Keep going.
Nico, just go. Just go.
Are masks off at theaters?
And ready your engines. Christine's coming back.
Oh my god, now I'm getting so much lag.
It's the CultureSmash cast, episode 569 for June the 9th, 2021. I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of CultureSmash.tv. Nico?
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Tina?
Tina Qualls, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Nathan?
Nathan Sabino, contributor to CultureSmash.tv.
Zach
Martin, I'm a dumbass. But I ain't lagging,
so
dumbass.
The sheer extent of the lag in this is hilarious. So we have to try to be courteous to each other because it's going to be very difficult in our conversations to get things in.
I can hear you through these, and then I hear you a second time.
Well,
that's what it's like wearing this.
That is, yeah.
That is what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
if you
this is going to be
the main
so
mic.
Fucked.
Yeah, my suggestion, if it was me, is I would pull one of them off like that.
You'll go insane without it.
I would pull one off. Yeah,
there you go.
But then I still hear myself in this.
Oh no! God. Oh gosh! Anyway.
I'm just going to be like this.
Welcome to Zoom.
And then I'll just slide over when I'm not talking. Okay, we're good.
I mean,
it's really interesting because I hear Tina on a lag behind me, so I'll hear her and then I'll hear her on here.
What is happening with the internet? Maybe this has something to do with the internet
I just
crash
yesterday.
Said
internet unstable.
Yeah, I was about to say, wasn't there like a cloud service that went down yesterday morning that screwed up all the internet?
A lot of websites went down yesterday for a while.
Are we getting cyber attacked?
We're getting cyber dodged.
Are you having cyber sex?
People are dodging the show. They're like, oh shit, this is not good.
Steven, do not pay the ransom.
I won't pay the ransom. What are they going to do? Take my Evil Dead book?
Yes.
So what's everybody been up to? Nico, what did you guys do over the weekend?
What did we do over the weekend? Oh crap! I'm playing.
Okay, great.
Oh, I had a D&D game. I had a D&D game in person over the weekend.
We did. We had people over.
Welcome to 2019.
That was great. I know all of us are vaccinated, so it was great. We had a potluck, and everyone came over. Got to play with the dog. So yeah, that was really fun. Tina wants to open up a brothel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In game. I do not want to deal with the taxes in real life.
But plus, you had to move to Vegas.
It's illegal. There are no taxes
unless you move to Vegas.
Mm-hmm. But the pup was so adorable, we had to move her bed into the dining room because she wanted to be next to all the people, but she was so tired.
Oh,
that's cute. Nathan, what about you?
I ended up buying Cruella Premium Access on Disney Plus, and I watched it 3 times and started it a 4th time. And
send me your login access. So
I got you.
It's not that I can't go to the theaters. It's I can't go to the theater. I don't have time.
You work next to a theater on a second job.
That's true.
Yeah, but then I have to leave Like I leave at like 9, and then I have to come here and sleep so that I can be up early for my first job.
Oh.
Look. You take one day and you gotta go, man, tomorrow's gonna suck. And you do it.
Like we're gonna do next Thursday.
Wait, what's next Thursday?
Next Thursday is when
That's right.
Nightmare is showing.
Damn, that's gonna suck.
And we're going at 9:00 at night. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
And then Matt and I
Thankfully,
went
we
to
did
Orlando.
have plans to go see. I was gonna say we did have plans to go do a movie night, a sci-fi themed movie night with some friends who decided not to, and so we're probably gonna do movies that night.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I'm interested in what you did over the weekend.
No, Matt and I just went to Orlando and looked for a place to live.
You're moving to Orlando?
Yes.
Yay! See, even more reason for us to move to Orlando, Nicholas.
Look at Steven.
I say nothing. I say nothing. Okay. Dumbass, what did you do this weekend?
I went to Indianapolis to a friend of mine's wedding.
Everyone's doing things.
And
jealous.
I was reminded why I don't like weddings.
Yeah?
It's just not my scene.
It's not your jam?
It's
not mine either.
Everything about it is just not me.
I love weddings.
I know you do.
I know some people do. I hate loud blasting music where everyone's like, "Come on, let's go dance." And you're like,
"Oh, you don't like the reception."
But you get this. You get the like fun atmosphere.
Although I will say that Nico and Tina's reception was quite entertaining to me. It's the only reception I've been to that had Power Rangers music.
It was decent music, and it wasn't blasting. They were playing decent music, which is fine, but it was at like 120 decibels.
If I can't hear the conversations, that kind of defeats the purpose of getting all my friends together to celebrate.
Yeah,
true.
And we were in the back of the room, farthest away from the shit, and it was. I had to step outside. I was like, I can't do this.
So meanwhile, I didn't do much of anything.
I saw a nice movie theater.
It was a very pretty movie theater. Yeah.
I did a lot of board games.
Yeah.
Oh, I will say something that did happen between last show and this one.
What's
I
that?
got bit on the boob by a dog, and not my
That's
dog.
Right. Titty bite.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Titty bite.
I still have a Band-Aid on it.
Oh man. Well, today I had 3 fillings put in.
Oof.
I was wondering if I was going to be able to talk tonight. And finally, about 4:00 this afternoon, the feeling came back in my face. It's done, though. I'm glad it's done. It was weird eating food tonight, though, because it changes your bite. I can feel the difference. So that's about it. Nothing really, really fun. Nathan and I did get to see A Quiet Place 2 in the theater, and we'll talk about that later in the show. So why don't we just get started?
You also got to taste bagels.
We did a bagel tasting for our bagel shop opening here in the city, and that is why there is no sci-fi movie night that night. We have to push. We'll discuss this. We have to push to July. We got to figure out what works for July. But in the meantime, special thanks to Skinny Mixes for supporting the CultureSmash cast. Skinny Mixes are coffee and dessert syrups that are 0 sugar, 0 calorie, and 0 to 2 carbs. Head on over to skinnymixes.com and try some of their syrups such as white chocolate, salted dark chocolate, salted caramel, and the variety of cocktail mixes they offer, including margarita, which is my favorite, and different fruit flavors. Use promo code CultureSmash, all one word, for a 15% discount. Spend $50 and also get free shipping. So
they are delicious.
They are delicious. The white chocolate is still my go-to, my daily go-to.
Although I love the dark chocolate with the peanut butter.
The dark chocolate, or I like the salted chocolate with the peanut butter. Delicious. It's so nutty and chocolatey.
Oh, I love a good nut.
I know you do. All right, let's hit the box office. We got a lot to talk about. Here we go. Number 10 was Dream Horse. That one made $516,000. It's made $796. Wait, what is it? I didn't take that one out, huh? So it's made $2.6 million so far. Forgot to take a column out. Number 9 is Godzilla vs. Kong. It made 521,000. It's made 99, almost 100 million so far. Number 8 is Demon Slayer Mugen Train, Zach's favorite movie of 2021. Made 576,000. It's made 47.7 million bucks so far.
I mean, if it means...
I just like how you always try and call it Meat Train.
Meat Train! It's Clive Barker.
It's the Midnight Meat Train.
Meat Train.
If it means that we get more anime that gets like a theatrical release, I'll take it.
All right.
Sailor Moon movie pushed to Netflix. What?
There's money to be made.
There is money to be made.
And it's like Fathom is doing another, like, here's another anime movie, 2 days only. And I'm like, did y'all not just learn? This made $47 million.
Yeah, but you can go to the theater right now and see Spiral on 4 screens.
Hell yeah.
It made $893,000 to 21.8 million bucks so far. Number 6 is Wrath of Man. It made $1.2 million. It's made 24.6 million. This is its 5th week, so you don't get any of that money in your film ball, sir. Number 5 is Raya and the Last Dragon. It made 1.2. It's made 53.5 million so far.
Finally available for free on Disney Plus. Now I can watch this fucking thing.
Opening new this past weekend, Spirit Untamed. It made $6 million on its opening. You get $6 million bucks in horse money.
That's fine. I'll take 6 million horse money.
Okay.
Nay.
Number 3 is Cruella. It made another 11 million. It's made 43.4 million so far in its first 2 weeks.
Are you still crying over that?
What?
Cruella?
No, I'm actually, for it being released on Disney Plus as well, I'm happy with these numbers.
That's not the worst. Yeah. Number 2 is A Quiet Place Part 2. Made 19.2 million. It's made 88 million so far. That's some good money right there. And number 1, over the weekend, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, had a $24 million opening for its start.
Which I would not be surprised if it drops and Quiet Place takes back up.
A Quiet Place, I believe, did overtake after the weekend. I believe it did. Well, I didn't really put it in here. I don't think it's in the story that we have, but this is basically equal money, A Quiet Place 2 to A Quiet Place 1. I mean, it's to be expected money. It's solid.
It is an entertaining movie. For me, I didn't like it as much as the first one, and I found a lot more inconsistencies, and I kind of felt like Zach afterwards.
All right. So let me just go ahead and speak then.
Really?
So I told you didn't like it that much.
He said, I felt like Zach.
I liked the movie.
Did you have to take a shower after that?
But I didn't like some of the content that was like, really? Come on now.
I liked the movie a lot. I think the things, without getting too spoilery right now, that Nathan is honing in on are not that important. And you can't really like the first one and be mad at this one for the same logic problem.
No, I can.
Did they decide to not go live by the waterfall again?
No, it's not even that. You know, the first one is really good. It's a really good movie.
So
there is one logic issue in the first one. Well, there's a logic issue in the second one too. It didn't bother me that much.
A singular logic issue? No, there's like a dozen.
So here's the thing. The first one, I was like, okay, I can try to get away with that based off what was going on. But there was things in the second one, to me, that went against what was established in the first one.
Okay. I know what you're talking. I know what you're talking about, and I'm not going to get into it too much, except that I will say, for me, it is a solid 8 out of 10.
It's an entertaining movie.
Solid 8 out of 10.
There were some really good jump scares, though. You saw me jump out of my seat a couple times.
You saw me.
Yeah.
And I'm not as easy to get. Things that stood out that aren't spoilery, but I think do make a difference is this is a theater movie. And you can kind of see why they pushed it so hard and didn't put it out streaming, because this thing's shot on 35 and it looks beautiful. This is some gorgeous cinematography, especially in the first act, like the first 30 minutes or so. The whole thing is beautiful, but the first 30 minutes is like, shit, this is nice. Even with some kind of funky digital stuff.
The sound editing, I will say, was really good.
It is as good
the timing
as the
too.
sound mix.
The timing with it, too, based off where the story was going, especially with the girl.
Mm-hmm.
The timing with things and how it was portrayed within the story was really good.
The acting is solid. Emily Blunt is really good, as you would expect, but I can never remember her name. The girl, the daughter.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the. She steals the movie again in this one.
Fuck the bitch ass brother.
Yeah, he's fine, but she steals the movie again. And then they take advantage of her hearing issue in the sound mix, just like they did the first one, and it's super.
You get a lot more of the creatures though, which
you need to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that it is a theater experience.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it.
Can we talk about this too? The previews for this were entertaining because we would see a preview and then all of a sudden we'd say June, and I was like, wait a minute, that's not in our film.
Yeah.
Why didn't that pop
they
up?
showed
Because
the Maverick,
they're showing the previous
They
previews.
showed the Maverick trailer and it said June, and Nathan looked at me, he's like, I haven't heard anything about that. It's not in our game. And then right at the end it comes up and it says 2020.
So they didn't change the preview or trailers.
Yeah, that happened a couple of times. We're like, what the fuck?
Like some of the trailers.
What do you mean? Did you guys remember Top Gun coming out last year?
Look,
I don't know what happened. I must have had too many cocktails.
look.
I mean, it was great. It was Tom Cruise's best movie.
Taking a digital file that you've had in your computer for a year and a half and replacing it by going onto YouTube and just ripping a 1080p is too hard.
It was pretty funny.
If Belcourt can do it, they should be able to do it.
Now, here's one thing that did stand out in regard to the trailers, though. As you can tell, we've got a year of movies that were like put on hold because nearly every trailer that they showed was something that we would probably see in the theater. It was like, I'll see that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll see that. I'll fuck it. I'm going to see all of this. I'm going to see everything because it was like just a big chunk of good movies.
Well, there was good actors too in the movies. Yep. What's that one? The one that has Anya, whatever.
Taylor-Johnson.
Yes.
Last Night in Soho.
Yeah,
yes.
He wasn't here when we had our discussion about that. He's all into it too.
Oh my gosh, that trailer is amazing.
Yeah, seeing that in the theater was pretty awesome. You guys got to make time
for that one.
You guys got to make time though, you two, and go see A Quiet Place too, because it was.
Like I said, next weekend or this weekend. Is it this weekend? Next weekend? No, next weekend.
It's next
weekend.
Yeah, she's boarded. She's already, scheduled to be boarded. So, and I've already taken that day off. So we're gonna kick out like at least 2 movies, if not 3.
Nice.
Well, the movie theater popcorn is just amazing.
It was so good to have movie theater popcorn. Go ahead, Tina.
So, speaking of films and film balls, let's get into our breakdown for right now. The current rankings.
Oh, yeah.
Steven is at number 1 with $94 million. Nathan,
for the moment.
Nathan, you're at number 2 with $32 million. And Zach is number 3 with $23 million.
Bam!
Me and Nico have big old goose eggs, so we don't count. But I will say, Steven, Those Who Wish Me Dead, which was one of your first movies, I'm not showing any reported box office numbers for week 2. It had week 3 numbers at 923,000. But Box Office Mojo does not have any numbers for week 2.
That's weird.
So, yeah.
I'll look and see if I can help figure that out. That's kind of bizarre.
Yeah,
I wonder
but right now, Steven, your biggest contributor is A Quiet Place 2.
Yep.
And since it still has 3 more fucking weeks.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically 2 more weeks, but.
Do I have, isn't it me?
Well, 2 more, but 3 more weeks of numbers.
Yep.
And it's me that has The Conjuring also, right?
I see the.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Yeah, I see the weekends.
You see all the weekends?
Yeah.
You have to revisit it because he's seeing it on the Box Office Mojo.
Screenshot this and send it to you.
Yeah.
Is it just the weekend though? Because I need the weekly.
Yeah, it's weekend. Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. I can get that.
You blew it. You blew it.
I get it.
So I was looking at the film ball spreadsheet that you sent, Tina,
Mm-hmm.
and my favorite part of that spreadsheet that I didn't know you put in there that I think is hilarious is on the side you put everybody's predictions.
Predictions, yeah.
And each one of us predicted somebody else except Nathan. Nathan's like, "Bitch, I'm winning."
Mhm.
He predicted himself.
I'm humble too.
And Nico's the only one who went for second and third predictions. So
That's deep. He went deep.
You went very deep.
All right, Nathan. I think. Oh wait, let's
what's
see.
opening
This weekend. Oh shit.
Opening this weekend
I
is
just zoomed.
Peter
way-
Rabbit 2, The Runaway, and it has 72%. And then In the Heights, which has a 96%. But I'm going to say this. In the Heights, their marketing...
keep in mind, those are both Nico's new movies.
Yeah. Well, In the Heights is the new musical by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And the marketing feels very much West Side Story-ish. Like he wrote this. But what's not going to help it is it's going straight to HBO Max tonight.
Yeah, for free.
For free.
And the other part is, you know, when you compare like what they've been doing for A Quiet Place and some of the others and The Conjuring, this movie hasn't been getting shit for marketing. I don't understand what's happening because
I've seen a lot of marketing on it, but it's crappy marketing. You don't get any sense of what it is except for a musical.
Yeah. All you know is it's like, look, happy people dancing and music and
also to keep in mind,
it's not West Side Story, but dear God,
Heights,
it looks like West Side Story.
Hang on a second, I want to hear Tina's.
In the Heights is actually older than Hamilton. Like it appeared on Broadway before Hamilton. So the people who have seen it on Broadway probably won't be seeing the movie because they've seen the Broadway play. So I don't know.
Oh, I don't know about that.
One of the reasons
I feel like
I think you will, but I don't think it's going to draw a movie theater crowd to see it. It will if it's offered for free on HBO Max. I think a lot of people are going to see it HBO Max, especially since this weekend you have other options. And Quiet Place 2 still has a strong buzz. The word of mouth on that right now,
it's in the 90-something%.
Yeah, I hear more people saying, "Hey, you should go see Quiet Place 2."
So you want to know what's really sad about that, though? And this is coming from somebody who's not really into musicals that much, is it's probably a movie that would be well served by watching in a theater for the music, you know, to fill the space and be loud. And it'll be sad if people who like this kind of film don't go see it.
Well, here's the thing. I think people would go see it too if it wasn't offered for free on HBO Max. And I think that it just got shot in the foot.
Well, I mean, Godzilla did really good, even though it was out there. Mortal Kombat did pretty good too, and they were free.
No. Mortal Kombat did around the same as all of these others.
Yeah, but it was a
20-ish to 30-ish
million.
And
that's about what it should have made.
What I'm saying is, I feel like even Cruella or Maya, every single movie that is opening up on a streaming service as well as in theaters is all in that same range. Mm-hmm. They have yet to really, I mean, Those Who Wish Me Dead fucking bombed.
But you gotta pay for Cruella, and they've seen an uptick with Cruella on streaming.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I mean, everything I've heard is no one's released the numbers.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything yet. Hopefully we'll see something soon.
But I agree that we're doing all the 2021 lineup
for free.
It's like
crazy.
Somebody needs to take that back and say, okay, we're ending this in July.
Well, because they haven't really raised prices for the subscription. Actually, I get mine free through AT&T.
Well, you know, and they're going to have a cheaper model coming out soon with ads, Hulu style.
Yeah, but it doesn't include the new release.
It doesn't? Oh, well, good.
No,
good. I think that's good.
Include the movies.
All right, well, that's good. All right, Nathan, you got a story, right?
I just think the whole it's free on streaming, and
I agree with you.
That's hurting so hard.
Yep, I agree.
Well, Paramount has just put an Untitled A Quiet Place movie on the calendar for March 31st, 2023. This is the one that Jeff Nichols is writing and directing, and which Deadline first told you about. It's not a threequel, but rather based on an idea from John Krasinski. The pick is very early in development and simply being billed as the next installment, broadening the post-apocalyptic world introduced in the first two movies. A Quiet Place 2, which opened over the Memorial Day weekend, roared the domestic box office back to life from the pandemic with a 57 million four-day opening. The pick posted the first week of 69.1 million stateside, which is 3% ahead of the first Quiet Place at the same point in time. The running total for the two Krasinski-directed movies stands at 432 million plus worldwide.
I don't think this is going to work. I think if they wanted to do a spin-off for A Quiet Place, they probably should have done it as some kind of limited series, like a streaming series or something. I don't know if I care about A Quiet Place without the main actors that are in it, without Emily Blunt and at least her daughter.
I think it would depend. I feel like it would come off very Cloverfield-ish. Yeah. It's going to come off very Cloverfield-ish, especially with the way the creatures look. And then you're going to lose the dynamic because they can't have just another death character or no. So it's going to be interesting.
How different could it actually be? I mean, it could be like Fear the Walking Dead, which I hear is better now than The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fear the Walking Dead's really interesting. Actually.
I haven't watched it, but I hear that it's better than the original show.
It started off super slow, or like really, but when you get past season 2, it really picks up, and you're like, wow. And now also Fear the Walking Dead has Morgan, so
yeah. Well, and then they spun off that one with the kids that I think has already been canceled. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think this is something that?
I think they could make it a cool horror type movie that would be released over like Halloween around that time.
Yeah.
But I don't think it will have the same impact as the first two.
Agree.
But I mean, we've had series before, I can't think off the top of my head, but where we've had really two good, strong two movies, and then they took an alternate universe and
like Alien Covenant. That's his favorite movie.
I was about to say
well, actually, that's
Paranormal Activity.
That's a perfect example though too, because then you get like the Alien versus Predator, you get all those type of movies, which they're entertaining.
Except
no, they're not.
I was going to say most of them are bad.
They're bad, but they're entertaining to me. I mean, it's fun to watch. Like it's like I can pull it up and just watch it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, I can just watch any movie. It's images on a screen, but
I have some bad movies that I still have fun watching. I gotta watch.
You wouldn't say they were good,
but they're not my choice for bad movies that I enjoy watching. They're his. Now, I put on Death Race, which is also a bad movie.
I enjoy Punisher Warzone. I wouldn't say it's good,
but it is a world.
It's fucking fun.
Fucking terrible.
It's so
I hate
good.
that movie.
It's so great.
It is a world though that they can't expand on. There's more story to tell and stuff, but it's just not going to be the same without the characters that you've.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And there's a whole nother level of how they incorporate sound and stuff.
Well, maybe they could do something else unique with that, though. Yeah. I don't know. And Nico, Tina, do you guys have any commentary over there?
Well, since we haven't seen A Quiet Place 2, I don't know exactly what they'd be going off of, like what differences it would have as opposed to like what takes place in A Quiet Place 2. But if we're talking just rough ideas, I'd like to see like the very start of it, like maybe like a prequel almost. So
I think it's a hardcore action movie a la Edge of Tomorrow, where they've progressed like a decade or so. They're all in like mech suits that project this sonic frequency from the first movie, and then they slash and just shoot up the aliens.
Oh,
so
like
a completely different direction.
Like Starship Troopers.
It's gonna be like Doom or something.
Yes.
I'd watch that.
Exactly.
I'd watch that. My understanding is that this spinoff is basically going to have nothing to do with the characters in the first two films. It's going to be very Fear the Walking Dead style, where it's all different characters, different part of the country, probably, all that.
And
or maybe something more internationally based, like
that'd be cool.
How other countries see it. Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Or I mean, there's elements once you guys see the second movie. There's elements like towards the end they
Yeah.
could go off of. Yeah,
Mhm. It's true. Yeah, you guys got to see it so we can have a more better conversation about
without spoiling
that movie.
anything.
Without spoiling it. Yeah. All right, Nico, I think you got something.
Oh, that I do. So, from Variety, AMC, Regal, and Cinemark are no longer requiring guests to wear masks at their locations, provided that those guests have received all of their vaccinations for COVID-19. Other things notwithstanding. Still get your tetanus shots. Masks will now be optional for vaccinated guests and, quote, strongly encouraged for everyone else. Some chains will continue to do social distancing, reduce capacity, and enhance sanitation protocols. Regal, however, will no longer require vaccinated guests to observe any social distancing.
We can make out in the movies again.
Yeah.
There you go, people who went to go see Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood making out right beside me, you weird fucks.
That's an interesting choice movie to make out in.
Won't you be my neighbor?
So they are still, while they're not requiring social distancing, they are still like segmenting off seats. Because remember we had trouble buying our tickets because
but
Nathan
they
and I
may be lifting that. That's what I'm gathering.
I hope they do. I
think this is also, your mileage may vary based on where you are at in local regional regulation. So you may be in a city or a county or something that's more locked down than another one, and thus the theater will, of course, defer to that.
So I will say this, being down in Orlando the last 2 days, they still have mask signs everywhere on all of the buildings. No one's enforcing it. No one's.
Oh, you're in Florida, buddy.
Yeah, people are walking in. The employees are wearing masks, but most of it's below their nose.
We were actually told at job number 2. We were actually told we are no longer enforcing it, but if the customer asks, "Are you still enforcing masks?" we will have to tell them, "We strongly encourage you to wear your mask."
So that means no.
But we can't say. Yeah, we can't say, "Do you have a mask today? Here, take this." As we shove
and
a
this
mask
whole
in their face.
and this whole thing with the theaters are doing it now too, where you don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated. It's weird to me because that just means don't wear a mask. Because people that aren't vaccinated are not going to say, "Hey, I'm not vaccinated."
They're not going to get vaccinated at this point.
Yeah, if you're not vaccinated now, unless you're under the age of 12, you don't really get a pass. You're just choosing not to because it's easy to do.
I will
are they
tell
going
you
to
though, this is. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Tina.
Are they going to make us pull out our vaccination cards? Because I've lost mine.
Your papers.
They can't.
I think the only places that are doing that right now are some of the cruise lines. And they're struggling with that right now because in Florida, DeSantis is trying to issue tickets because they've made it illegal to do vaccination passes. So, I mean, literally, that's the only place I've seen that's doing it. So I think it's silly to just, say something like that. Like, you don't have to mask if you're vaccinated. On the other hand, when Nathan and I were in the theater, it was nice to not have to be wearing a mask the whole time.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
But there also no one around us. So,
yeah, I mean, but I will say this, and this was pretty cool, is when he and I went, it was during the day on Thursday, and the crowd that was in that theater was about the same as I remember as it was during a day on a Thursday pre-pandemic. It was, it was probably 30 people, 25, 30 people in there, which is about right, for middle of the week during the day. So it's pretty cool.
And I will also say this whole mask thing with everyone dropping or not enforcing is causing so much problems with airlines right now.
I'm sure.
And we're being told the federal government is going to have this mandate until September. So this is about to be a hellacious summer. And Southwest just had to stop serving alcohol and go back to a reduced service because of incidents on board and
Flight attendant got her teeth knocked out.
Got her teeth knocked out, yeah. And we just had a flight where a guy tried to breach the flight deck.
What the hell was that?
That was coming here.
Yeah,
coming
it was
to Nashville.
from LA to Nashville, and they had to divert to Albuquerque.
What the hell was that? Well, you just went bonkers?
I guess I haven't got more information on that. But I will say the FAA is reporting the highest number of onboard incidents right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because people refusing to wear masks or alcohol issues or just non-compliance.
You know, on the alcohol part, back to the theater, my bar hasn't opened back up in the theater yet, and I'm sad about that.
Oh man, I need me my Coke slushy, my rum and Coke.
Yeah, you need that. I need that whiskey icy that you can get in there.
Yeah.
Give me that $10 special, that $10 AMC whiskey icy. All right, who's next?
That would be me. Sony Pictures and Blumhouse are revving back up Christine, a new version of the Stephen King novel that Brian Fuller is writing to direct. Jason Blum is producing for Blumhouse, and Vincenzo Natali and Stephen Hoban are also producing. The 1983 original was directed by John Carpenter about a shy teen who comes out of his shell after he buys a 58 Plymouth Fury to fix up. The car has a mind of its own, however, and as well as a murderous past, and begins to change the young man and everyone around him in a most dangerous fashion. Fuller has a solid sci-fi pedigree as a writer and producer of the series Star Trek Discovery, American Gods, Hannibal, Heroes, and others. Fuller is getting under the hood with the intention to keep it an 80s time period and grounded in King's bestseller. It's a good time for the author, who's getting strong reviews for the Apple TV Plus limited series Lisey's Story, which King adapted from his novel. Peter Kang is overseeing for Sony Pictures. Fuller is repped by WME, Brillstein Entertainment Partners, and Zephyrin Brittenham, and King is represented by Paradigm.
I have not heard all that positive reviews about that show.
Lacey's Story?
Yeah.
I watched the first episode and liked it a lot.
I've heard it's like, this is way too long.
I've only seen the first episode and I liked it a lot. It is very, very out of time. It has sort of a Jacob's Ladder kind of feel to it in the first episode, which I dig, but it's not for everybody. It's kind of out there, but it feels like Stephen King out there. I like, and plus I
was about to say, sometimes Stephen King isn't for everybody.
And this is one of his sort of out there kind of stories, but man, Julianne Moore is so good. I love her. So I'm in. I've just watched one episode though.
However, I think everybody can get behind a 58 Plymouth murder car.
Yeah, and the thing is John Carpenter did a great job with it as far as I'm concerned. But his storytelling style is dated, I would say. I think the right person could come along and do something cool with it. I don't know if Brian Fuller exists to the level of Carpenter, even at his worst, though. So I don't know. Brian Fuller and Blumhouse together doesn't feel as special as John Carpenter.
You had me until Blumhouse.
So I don't know. I think it's a story that's ripe for a redo, though.
Yeah.
So the book came out in the 80s, right? Or 70s?
70s, I think.
Okay, so it was a car from the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So does that mean it's going to be like an early 2000s, late 90s car?
No. That's why I tapped you, because you weren't listening.
In the 80s.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Sorry,
keeping
I'm
it
trying
in
to
the
convince
80s
my mom to
time
see a
period.
movie.
Yeah.
And the book was written and released
1983.
in 1983.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know. I hold high hope for it because I think they could do it and stick a little closer to the book. That's always what I want. If someone's going to come in and redo something that's already been done well to begin with, then stick closer to the source material.
Are you sure you want that though?
Most of the time I do. There are exceptions.
Have you read the book?
Cujo is one that I don't feel needs to stick closer to the book.
No, I'm saying, have you read Christine?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well that explains that.
No, why you read it?
I've read the majority of it.
Oh, I have read Cujo, and I was happy with the changes they made for the
Yeah, I
movie.
agree.
To be honest with you, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Brian Fuller has done some good TV. I'll go see it. I'll be sitting there with my John Carpenter T-shirt on, judging it though.
It's not going to have that good John Carpenter score.
It's not going to have that good score. You know it. I mean, you could always count on good music in a John Carpenter movie.
Just get Carpenter to get the music.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it would, and I'd see it for that alone.
That'd be cool. All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, Zach, you got another one.
All right, so in a nothing burger of an article,
Bitch.
I saw this and I was like, this is fucking nothing.
Bitch.
IMAX said Monday that Marvel Studios' Black Widow is going to debut with 22 minutes of select scenes and expanded aspect ratio exclusively in IMAX. What does this mean? So for select sequences of the film, if you see it in IMAX, it'll expand from the original 239 to 1 aspect ratio to 191.
Yeah.
Doesn't that mean it'll be a bigger picture?
Yes.
I feel like this is like a 2012 news story.
Yeah. I'm like, this is normal for Marvel to do.
Well, yeah, I was thinking about that. Wasn't Guardians of the Galaxy kind of the first movie they really did that with?
Yeah. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 2 had it. Avengers Infinity War had it.
Mm-hmm.
Avengers Endgame. Like, both of those were full 1:9 to 1 in IMAX only. Black Panther had it. Doctor Strange had it. I saw it like that.
Yeah.
And those sequences were great in that.
Mm-hmm. I hope they're good
To
in
me,
this one.
is like, duh.
Well, it's only that because we know that it's part of their method. It's important now, marketing wise, because we're trying to get people back into the theater. That's what it's really about. It's like, hey, don't forget, IMAX is cool.
Yeah, but they didn't even film this with IMAX cameras.
No, this is
They showed it was Alexa's,
yeah,
and then just said remove the black bars.
which is okay. I'm okay with that.
I mean, but
as
the new James Bond movie shot around 30 minutes and 15 perf 70 millimeters.
You know what I really love about this article, though? It's a little bit in there from IMAX where they actually say we're trying to make our cameras more accessible.
You know what that means, right?
They're trying to make them lighter. Is
No.
what it boils down to?
No. What they're doing is they're saying if your camera meets these minimum specifications,
You can
it is
call it
now
an IMAX
technically an IMAX camera. That's what
Yeah.
they did with the Sony Venice cameras,
Mhm.
which are not IMAX cameras. They literally took a sticker and went IMAX,
Yeah.
and that is it.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
Because it can do X amount of pixels. And to me, that is exceedingly watering your brand to a massive extent.
So, have we heard is Black Widow? Is it getting the premium treatment?
From Disney Plus?
Yeah,
Yeah, it is.
it is.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Will that
interesting.
Disney Plus,
This is gonna be great. Great to see how this does.
will that Disney Plus feature that expanded aspect ratio?
No.
Warner Bros. Did it
No.
for Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but Disney sucks at this stuff.
Disney fucking hates you as a consumer.
Disney sucks at visual stuff.
Yes.
Their 4K streams are shit.
Really bad.
They're trash. So why would I expect them to do this expanded image?
So-
I'm going to IMAX.
Did somebody upload the wrong file, maybe?
I am
Didn't that
also
happen?
going to IMAX.
Did that happen on HBO?
No, it was Netflix.
Netflix.
They put up the wrong Back to the Future Part 2 file.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And the internet
Internet lost their shit.
The internet collectively shit itself, including me. I was fucking pissed. It's like, how dare you?
How dare you disrespect?
So anyway, from bad news to worse.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
excited.
So, Rob Zombie confirmed himself the next movie that will be released with the directed by Rob Zombie tag is a brand new take on a classic sitcom, The Munsters. Zombie writes on an Instagram post, "Attention, boils and goyles. The rumors are true. My next film project will be the one I've been chasing for 20 years, The Munsters. Stay tuned for exciting details as things progress." Murphy's Multiverse
20
recently
years?
broke the news that Sherry Moon Zombie and Jeff Daniel Phillips will be playing Lily and Herman Munster in the Rob Zombie penned film, with the cast also including Richard Brake, Dan Roebuck, George Garcia, and Cassandra Elvira Peterson.
The only good casting is Cassandra Peterson.
However, this casting is not confirmed at this time. Last we heard, Zombies Monsters was set to begin filming in Budapest this past May, and we've also heard rumblings about the movie being an original exclusive for Peacock.
Okay. This is either going to go one of two routes. This is either another Rob Zombie, redneck, gritty, violent, vile revive of this, and everyone will hate it.
It won't happen.
Or he goes completely family friendly with Sherry Moon Zombie and Edward Blake and all these other guys that he's worked with before, and he's going to completely turn on a fucking dime on his visual style, his editing style, and his direction, which isn't a mess. And people are probably still not going to like it.
I think this movie is good. Go ahead, Tina. Go ahead.
I can put money confidently on the fact that Cassandra Peterson's role is just going to be like a 10-second cameo.
No, stop it. That's the only good casting in the movie.
Maybe 30 seconds in the extended cut.
I love Cassandra Peterson.
I dressed up like her when I was 8 for Halloween. It was a magical night.
Awesome. I think this movie is going to be
terrible.
A nuclear bomb of terribleness, and I am here for it. I am here for it. I'm so excited because it's going to be awful. How does Sherry Moon Zombie? How does she do it? Is she going to show her ass? I hope she shows her ass.
Here's how she does it.
The thing that
I'm married to him.
Go ahead, Nico.
The thing that got me kind of curious is that it's like, I've been waiting to do this for 20 years. And I'm just like, what in 2001 made you decide to do a Monsters movie? It's like, really?
I can buy it.
No,
I can buy it only because if you sort of look at him in the right way, you can see that this sort of retro 50s, 60s cheese aesthetic to a lot of his stuff. Even in House of a Thousand Corpses, there's some bits and pieces of that in there. But this story should be kind of funny. And I don't really think he's funny.
Do comedy.
What?
Is it on like a tilt, or is it like literally?
It's bubbling.
It's bubbling.
It's bubbling. My computer is expanding.
I will say at least
that's not good.
Yeah, it's bad.
At least Jeff Daniel Phillips kind of still has that facial structure for Herman Munster.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see him in any of Zombies films?
No, I'm just saying physically he has at least the right jaw set for it.
But I think we brought up a good point though. The Monsters is a comedy. It's a sitcom. It is.
Yeah.
It is supposed to be funny. It has to be funny.
You have the Marilyn Monroe like cousin niece person being like, "Why can't I fit into my family? I'm the ugly one." It's like, bitch, please.
That's the part that bothers me the most. Now, if Rob Zombie was like you said, if he was going to do it like super gritty and gory and grindhousey, I would be there for that too. But I can guarantee you that he is not going to be allowed to do that to that property. He had to have come with something that they got them excited, and it's definitely going to be something that plays into.
And keep in mind, the rumors are it's an original and exclusive for Peacock. So,
and that's crazy because Peacock is not getting the attention that everybody else is getting. I have it; it's not that good.
Well, I don't need content.
I guess the only thing I watched was the Real World reunion. That's it. I haven't been back on it since.
I mean, I only have Peacock for WWE.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. I'm here for it though. I want to see what he's going to do. I think it's going to be terrible, and I think I'm going to enjoy watching it. It's going to be hilarious. All right, he's got the next one.
I do. So if you want some other stuff to look forward to, we're in the middle of Netflix Geeked Week bevy of announcements. So we got a lot of stuff on the docket coming up from Netflix. Army of Thieves, an upcoming romantic comedy heist film directed by Matthias, and I apologize for this because I will totally butcher it, Schweighöfer. Okay, with a screenplay from Shay Hatton and an original story co-written by Zack Snyder and Hatton, acting as a prequel to Army of the Dead.
Fuck!
Zach's favorite Netflix movie. Shadow and Bone has been renewed for season 2. Vikings Valhalla, which is an upcoming historical action fiction drama, which is a spin-off of the History Channel's Vikings TV show. The Sandman, based on Neil Gaiman's seminal Vertigo comic series, just had a little bit of a teaser of behind the scenes, no trailer yet, but we know who is going to play Morpheus, Dream, Tom Sturridge, and a bunch of other casting was been released recently, so you can look up there. Cowboy Bebop got a teaser. Cowboy Bebop, the live-action version of the seminal Turn of the Millennia anime series. It's going to be starring John Cho, Mustafa Shakir, and Daniela Pineda as the main three. And one of the main things about Cowboy Bebop, for anyone unfamiliar with it, is its soundtrack, a very jazzy, bebop-y soundtrack by Japanese composer Yoko Kanno, who is returning to also add original songs to this new version. Lock and Key Season 2, we got some clips of that, and Season 3 is confirmed to be in the works. And for some reason, the thing Steven wanted us to watch pre-show, Liam Neeson is going to be in a movie for Netflix called The Ice Road.
Terrible.
Which you can go onto Netflix's Twitter account, Netflix's Geek Twitter account, and see a segment of, not even the teaser, it's a segment of the movie of Liam Neeson, Ice Road Truckers. It looks terrible.
Pretty much. It looks pretty bad. It does look pretty bad.
My favorite part of that
YouTube
clip.
channel did they do to get the VFX done? Because there are better YouTube channels out there that can do the VFX for them.
Yeah.
My favorite part of that clip was when it was like, get on the soundboard, get on the sideboard, or whatever it was. It's like, okay. And then, like, not even 2 seconds later, they get back in the truck. Why were you going outside anyway?
Well, and what's hilarious about that is, so this is something you have to do all the time? Like, you because people just know you're about to have to jump off the truck? I don't know. I only put it because I was looking at the different clips, and I would have had everyone look at the Sandman behind the scenes, but it's really long. I watched it. But yeah, it's longer than the Ice Truckers thing. The Ice Trucker thing, it looks really bad.
But it's way better.
Yeah, and not only that, I knew it would set Zach off that they only did it in vertical video for some reason. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I'm like, here, let's make Zach look at vertical videos.
It's not even vertical video. It's like 4x3.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's like Instagram.
It's
fucking
Bless you.
bad. Like, I get it if you're scrolling on fucking Twitter.
Yeah.
But, like, if they can put this shit on YouTube or Facebook or nowhere else.
Yeah. I don't know. I like Liam Neeson. I always want to like what he does, but I feel like he's plummeted into the world of he's in the Bruce Willis world of filmmaking now.
I will say the one that I'm the most excited for seems to be the Cowboy Bebop live action.
Oh,
just
yeah.
because of the music that's going to be coming.
No.
So.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, at the very least, I am very excited to get another Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. I'm all for that. I gotta say, John Cho's hair, that's pretty on point.
Yeah.
Have you seen the on-set photos?
No, I haven't looked at them yet.
It was bad.
No, I haven't looked at it yet.
The promo video that's there, though, is like this weird Brady Bunchy thing or whatever. But it's just hearing the music.
It's meant to be reminiscent of the opening credits of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
Because it plays Tank over it.
And yeah, I was going to say, just the music got me back in the mode. It's like, I got to go back and watch the original series now. I'm excited. I don't know. I like John Cho. He's good.
He's too old to play Spike.
Spike has had
He's nearly 50.
I don't care.
They cast people young in Hollywood. It's fine.
Yeah, it's true. I agree. I'm excited for it. It's probably that and the Sandman are the two things I'm the most excited for. Everything that they announced this week, and there was a lot more on that thread. Like there's a big long preview for a Jean-Claude Van Damme action movie. It looks okay.
I did see the yeah, it looks very buddy copy, kind of like we're bringing in the young guy for comic relief, and it's like, oh no, Jean-Claude, don't do that. No, he looks good in it, and
he does.
Like, he's doing the whole splits and everything. He's trademark Van Damme, but it's like he's got a son or something who's like a hacker. He's like, oh, this looks bad.
It's probably gonna be most of what I saw that wasn't main stuff looked kind of bad to me.
I have a question for everybody, though.
Yep.
Like, okay, so Lock and Key apparently premiered February 7th, 2020. Why does it feel like it's been 5 years?
Did it premiere in 2020?
It premiered in 2020 because that was the beginning of my binge.
Did it?
Yeah.
Dude.
It feels like it's so much longer than that.
It feels like
okay, so it's not just me.
Oh my god. When I saw that,
I really
season 2.
Yeah.
I really thought it had been like 2 years since it.
Exactly. Same, because I saw the promotion and I'm like, I don't even remember the show now. I know I watched it
because it was at the beginning of shutdown, and I remember sitting there because I would Google or not Google Hang It. House Party was starting to be big around then because everyone was being isolated, and I remember watching Lock and Key right when the pandemic started.
Only thing I can remember specifically about that first season is that I liked it. I don't remember hardly any.
I remember having fun with it. I remember that.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm all for going back and rewatching it to prep for season 2, but
I'm gonna have to.
I'm just glad I wasn't in that time vortex alone.
No, it felt like forever. Back on Lisi's story, Tina, I need you to watch that first episode and tell me what you think on that show.
That means I have to sign into what, Apple TV?
Apple TV, yeah. So I'm trying to think what else. There's a few other things. There were some things that Netflix is doing. It's not new. Sci-Fi Channel used to do this all the time too. Is they're promoting as new Netflix movies, but it's actually just foreign films that they bought the domestic distribution rights to. That look okay. Nothing. Probably easily 90% of everything they've promoted in the last 3 days to me just doesn't look good. We got some set photos from Stranger Things. And apparently, what's his name had to change his look a little bit because of Black Widow.
Maybe
David Harbour.
Hopper.
Yeah,
David
isn't
Harbour.
Isn't Hopper his name?
He said that he did. The character's name is Hopper. He said that, if I recall correctly, because it's been like a week since I read it, he wanted to make sure that the Russia stuff in Stranger Things does not look like the Russia stuff in Black Widow.
Yeah.
Because spoilers for the last season of Stranger Things, which came out a decade ago, pre-COVID. And Hopper is in Russia and is basically a POW
hostage
kind of thing. He's basically working a labor camp in Russia, and he's like shaved bald and everything. And he make an effort, and he said he took photos of the set secretly to send to the Duffer Brothers so that they make sure their Russia stuff doesn't look like Marvel's Russia stuff.
That's so
I'm like,
funny.
Why? Why is
That
this a
has
thing?
to be like,
It's
that
just
has to
Russia.
be some kind of loophole in his NDA. Like,
Exactly.
I bet that wasn't a loophole. I bet that was like, wait, he did what? Kevin Feige's like, guess who's dead now after this movie?
I think also there was a new trailer for Fear Street, but it was maybe a recut of some other stuff that's already been out.
I haven't seen. If there's a new one, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's in their Twitter feed. I just tried to drop a few highlights into the story, but there's a lot. There's a lot. If you want to see everything, you got to go to the Netflix Geeked Twitter feed and keep up with it. I think they're doing it for the rest of the week, right? So there's 2 more days, tomorrow and the next day, of stuff. Because I was a little surprised we haven't seen anything from He-Man yet. I'm curious to see.
Yeah, I think they're probably gonna do some of that later, like Friday announcement, stuff like that. But yeah, I hope to see something from He-Man soon.
Yeah, I want to see it moving. You know, I just want to see what the animation stuff looks like. I guess we'll have that on the schedule next week.
Yeah, some of the Netflix animated stuff can be hit or miss in terms of the quality. So I'm kind of
Exactly.
Although
I
hope
keep hearing
pump some funds into He-Man.
I hope so. I keep hearing Castlevania is pretty good. I haven't seen it though.
Yeah, I'm sure that's good.
I think it's hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's okay.
All right, you guys. Well, this is a good week if you want to pick up some movies.
If you want to have your
The 80s babies are gonna love this.
Listen, this week as eating my wallet up because the Indiana Jones 4 movie set is out this week. It's in a 4K, it's in a Blu-ray, and it's in a steelbook box.
4 movies?
Fucking knew he was gonna say that.
What you gonna? Okay, it's 3 movies and a special. It's special. I was gonna wait because this is something that's not going out of print, right? I was like, let me wait. And then I saw what the steelbooks look like, and I was like, fuck, these look way better than the regular box.
Yeah, the regular box.
But you're going to have to get... Bad. There's going to be another steelbook in 2 years because we're getting another movie. That's our first set photo, actually. This week, we had our first set photo. Yeah.
And it was chubby Indiana.
Yeah, I was about to say, Harrison Ford has looked better.
Yeah, he is. I looked at that and I'm like, oh, I mean, I get it. He looks like Indiana Jones. Like they have him in the exact same Indiana Jones clothes he always wears, but maybe now's the time to kind of age up into some more adult clothes.
Yeah,
the hat's fine. You can keep the hat, but the brown leather jacket and the dusty clothes, and it was like maybe
no, he needs suspenders now, and his pants need to be.
Suspenders is a good idea because you know what I was going to say is what often happens with these actors is they go untucked. Like Rambo, which is a movie I really like, but in the end, the big action scene, I keep thinking look at Sylvester Stallone. His chest is ripped, but he's got a gut too, and instead of dealing with it, he untucks his shirt, and I'm like, I know that move. I've done that.
Yeah, I've done that.
So I'm glad he didn't untuck. Just go ahead. No, I'd rather him tuck his shirt. Just be chubby. He's an old man. He can do it.
No, I was going to say, at least it was better than the last Rambo movie.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say, enjoy those steelbooks.
Yeah.
Because you ain't getting any disc art.
Oh, I expected that.
Bad disc art. It's like a silver disc and just black ink.
Yeah, I know.
But the screener discs you get from Shout or whatever, they're like that.
Yeah, I know. But the steelbooks look nice. They're in a decent box, and they're already getting hard to come by. I had to order it online. But yeah, all 4 of those movies in 4K. I'm down. You can also get City of Lies. I forget there's somebody, an actor or something in that movie, but it's whatever. Some Kind of Wonderful is out in a Blu-ray in Steelbook. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is out in a Blu-ray Steelbook. Pretty in Pink is out in a Blu-ray Steelbook. All the 80s babies.
Disappointing. The Pretty in Pink Steelbook looks so disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know on that one. There's a Paramount Presents version of it also that has one of those fold-out slipcovers. That one might be better, where it folds out into the original poster.
But as far as the one that I'm looking at on Best Buy is literally just a black cover with Pretty in white, Pink in pink, and Molly Ringwald. It's like, come on, that movie deserves so much better than that.
I agree, and there's part of me that thinks holding out for a 4K. I feel like that might happen at some point.
Holy shit, that is some bad artwork.
Yeah, none of them are particularly amazing. The Ferris Bueller one is okay. It looks like a riff on the original artwork. It's fine.
I mean, do they have we only got 10 minutes to make this artwork, and I need to be out of here before lunch.
Yeah, we don't have Photoshop. We're going to do it in Canva.
I mean, it looks like that.
So
That's
also
literally what it looks like.
The Stylist is out this week. I'm curious about that one. It's an Arrow release. And Finding Forrester is out for the first time on Blu-ray, if you're into that movie.
I remember going to see
You're
it.
the man now, dog.
All right, what do we got for the funny book this week?
All right, so this week I highlighted Marvel's Spider-Man, Spider's Shadow. It's a miniseries. It's about halfway through. Issue 3 came out this week of 5. It's if you're familiar with Marvel's What If comics, they often every few years will do a line of what if issues, what if something in comic canon was different. This one's kind of that, but it's a miniseries. So what if Spider-Man never gave up the symbiote that eventually became Venom? So thus he would keep the symbiote and would kind of keep turning him darker and darker. So it's exploring that path. This issue kind of has all of Spider-Man's allies, like the Fantastic Four, as well as his rogues gallery, all trying to figure out from different angles how to deal with this more intense, darker Spider-Man. It's from Chip Zdarsky, who I'm a big fan of his writing work. So yeah, go check that out.
Sounds good. Yeah, we'll have that the cover art and Nico's write-up tomorrow. I had teeth removed today, so I'm a little behind. Can I ask if anyone else, or not teeth removed, I had to, I guess, teeth, what do you, like, grown?
Clean?
They were,
Yeah.
No, I had the fillings put in.
Oh, yeah, the fillings, yeah.
They've been added to.
Filled, yeah.
Because they were whole, and now they've been added to.
Were you holy before?
I'm holy now, baby.
He was grinded down.
Yeah, I was grinded down. So did anybody else see any footage this week from the opening of Avengers Campus in Disney?
Yeah, I did see
yeah.
some videos on that. And I can say that the Spider-Man ride looks bad.
It looks like shit to me, the Spider-Man thing. It's not even a ride.
Yeah,
It
it's
looks
just
like the old Toy Story game, or the Men in Black at Universal Studios. It's a kid's game.
I've only seen the robot, the
animatronic Spider-Man.
Yeah, because where you have like the stage actor go behind a building and then the animatronic does the web sling, and like
Across.
I saw this in Imagineers, and so I was like, you know what, it doesn't look that good.
Yeah.
But mostly just because like you're so far away from it, and it's only like swings and then is hidden by the building, so it's like you only just see one little arc and that's it.
It doesn't really feel like a character show. It feels like still like COVID restricted kind of thing. It feels like, ooh, don't get close. You know, it doesn't feel.
That could.
Like
They should have it do like a Charlotte's Web moment where it spells out "Welcome to Avengers Campus" or something like that with the webbing.
Well, you know what bothers me theming wise is it's called Avengers Campus, but a good 90% of it is all Spider-Man shit. Something they don't even fully own the cinematic rights to.
Yeah.
And it you know, for a comic book fan, especially an old school comic book fan, which are most comic book fans now, that story of Peter Parker having all the money and all the tools and all the things is not a Spider-Man story, and they focused on it so heavy in this, like with the whole web laboratories and all that stuff. I hate all that stuff in the comics. I never liked it when Spider-Man had all the resources in the world.
I liked it when he had to be resourceful and ingenuitive.
Ingenuitive. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about the current Spider-Man in the MCU. I would like, it would be nice post Tony Stark death, spoilers for Endgame, if he did not have instant access to all of his Stark stuff. But then we get Far From Home, where he has a Stark jet that he basically gets to just instant access to just build whatever suit he wants.
Spider-Man was always, Peter Parker is the relatable character because he was poor.
Well, maybe now that he has to go on the run, it might switch back to that.
But it's not like Happy or anyone from like the actual superhero side of things, from like the Stark family side, is going to go, you know what? I don't believe Spider-Man. I think he actually did murder. It's like, no, he will still have carte blanche access to any sort of.
I think it might come up more as the government doesn't trust it, so they're monitoring his like known contacts, maybe like Happy and Stark Tower and all that stuff.
Yeah, maybe, but it still doesn't get back to like the Spider-Man that you could relate to is the one who would be falling from the side of a building and run out of web fluid.
Yeah.
That's the Spider-Man that like I could connect with as a little kid, you know? And I think they've forgotten all about that because they're so focused on the IP and the toys and all the other things that they can do. And all of that has kind of washed into the Disney, into the Avengers Campus thing.
Yeah.
And, you know, as an old school fan, it all looks like for babies too. You know, when you look at the Harry Potter in Universal or even some of the other, even the Avatar area of Disney, there's things that cater to an older crowd, but mostly right now, Adventure Campus feels like playground for little kids.
Which is funny considering the movies are PG-13.
Exactly. Now, the Doctor Strange show that's there looks pretty cool. It's a straight-up magic show, which is pretty neat.
I need them to have Ant-Man guest star one time. Just once.
Some of the food looked good. Like some of that, like I watched a bunch of walkthroughs because I was excited to see what they were going to do.
I will say, Disney is known for having some tasty yum-yums.
Oh,
now
they
can be, you know, falling flat, but
that is
majority of the time it's the tasty yum-yums.
That is the sole reason Nathan's moving to Orlando.
That's it.
Tasty yum yums.
But yeah, some of the food did look kind of good, especially in the Pym Labs thing where they play with the size and proportion of things a lot.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
If it meant moving down there and I got to go to Satuli Canteen in Pandora and have those like bowls every day, I'd make that deal.
Dude, I would
so
live off
good.
of Jack. I would live off of Jack Jack's cookie, num num cookie. Like, I would even sit there and let Frozone scare me a million times as I'm eating it because
That was hilarious.
That's funny. All right, let's wrap this thing up. My computer is literally leaning now. The battery is
this is
expanded
scary.
so much. It's a little scary. Like that battery's gonna
yeah,
just
yeah,
It'll
let's-
last for another
let's-
6 months, right, Steven?
Yeah, another 6 months. We can make it. We can do it.
I don't think so.
You should like see it right now. It's really bad. My screen is tilted right now.
I'm actually really afraid.
So, Nico, where do we find you on the internet?
Away from Steven's laptop and on
Wise choice.
Twitter and Instagram under Nico Scream, NIKOSCREAM.
Tina?
you can find me on most major social medias under Cheddar Popper, CHEDRPOPPR, Instagram if you're wanting those book reviews, and as always, the adorable puppy who is asleep right behind Nico on Instagram, the.shadow.pupper.
I'm waiting on you guys to get on the Andy Weir book. I finished it. It's so
I
good.
have it right
It's-
there.
Yeah,
It's
Tina,
so
we
damn
just
good.
we just got it in the mail. I think I'm gonna.
Nico hands it. He goes, "Oh my god, it's a big book," and I'm like,
It is. I think I'm gonna try to do Artemis first because it's smaller.
Oh, Artemis is so good too. Artemis is really good too. All right, Nathan.
Find me on Instagram, Nate_R_70. And working. I don't really play that much anymore. Well, I have played Fortnite today, but
Bitch!
I played Fortnite.
We haven't played Dead by Daylight, but like
A hot
2 or
minute.
3 rounds in the
Yeah.
last 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Your fault.
it is.
Zach?
You can find me on Discord and Steam as a dangerous mute lunatic. I started playing Dead Space 2 because my friend Dalton and I finally decided to share our Steam library. So now I have 500 more games I could play.
Oh, nice.
And he has all the access to the games I have. All 300.
I guess I'm going to have to get a PC.
Man, you know what'd be cool?
Hmm.
You see, what you could do
Hmm.
is we could become friends on Steam, and I just give you access to my Steam account.
Yeah.
Boom, you got all my games. You can play them as long
One
as I'm
day.
not playing a game.
One
I
day.
am your friend on Steam, dickwad.
Yeah, but do you have a gaming PC?
I have a computer.
Oh,
Hmm.
well, I guess you'll enjoy playing Resident Evil Village at 3 frames a second.
To be fair, hers isn't about to explode like somebody's.
Well, mine is also a Mac, so yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Find me at All Things Culture Smash, mostly on Facebook, and then on YouTube you can also find me Off the Shelf Movie Night. Crossed 500 subs. 500. So
Give
go
a
sub
kick.
me up. And then go on over to Spotify, probably the best place to get this show now, too. And check out my other show, Film Push. And coming up at the end of this month, I'll be doing live streams with FilmCom.
Ooh.
If you're a filmmaker, we'll be doing live streams on Facebook and all the other places about selling your film and marketing and all that business. So lots of things coming up. All right. I guess until next time, we'll see you guys later.